It's time for the show that brings the magic right to your speakers. Ears up!
Whoa, what's going on, everybody? It is 9:07 on a Sunday morning. Coming at you. The hottest place to be right now, if you're on the internet, is in the EarzUp just Google Chat Meet Zoom meeting.
Yep.
For this show, because we have basically everybody that's ever been on the show ever in the entire universe on right now with us today.
It's a big show.
Yeah, I know. Right? We have a couple people to welcome back, too. First of all, Ryan is here. He is, if you are watching live, he is not topless. I tried to put it into his contract to be topless, but he refused to sign.
That's only for the Patreon show, Jason.
That's right. That's right. You can tell the weather is nice in Colorado because Ryan's guns are out. There you go. He's popping them. Anyway. What's going on, everybody? Wait, what did I say? Hold on. I messed up. I messed up my whole intro because it's my turn in the draft.
Jason.
Okay. Also,
oh, my gosh.
Also returning, as you can hear, yelling at me, my old work wife from the Brewing Network and old and very popular co-host on this show, Beverly.
Old. Hi.
Well, not old as in like age-wise, but as in the timeline of this show.
Well, age-wise too. I mean, it all lines up.
Look, I didn't want to say it. You know what I mean? What's going on, Bev? Welcome back, Bev.
Thank you. Hi.
And then another outstanding shout-out and a welcome back to our much maligned? Both.
Maligned?
I don't know, man. Co-host Eric.
Jason.
What?
I didn't.
On Twitch, they can't hear you and me.
Fart! Oh, all of my cool intros. Piss and pee and poop, dude. I don't understand it. I don't fucking get it. Okay. Okay, so check. Why would it be coming through PS5? They can probably hear me now. God, fart.
See, Bev, I told you, nothing's changed.
Literally nothing has changed.
See, the problem is OBS is free, and there's no other service really like it. I would pay to have a working version of this stupid fucking goddamn shit.
It's a little early for that language.
Wow.
Pee and poop.
This is the regular show.
It is a Sunday, good sir. I'm going to church after this.
Well, look, then
you're gonna need to.
Yeah. Then it sounds like you're wearing rain boots. You know what I mean? You're protecting your feet for the. I don't know. Hello, check 1 2.
Yep, looks like we're coming through now.
All right, good, great. Fuck.
Or you're coming through now, I should say.
What am I gonna do? Am I gonna start over?
It was a pretty good intro. I don't know. I wouldn't start over.
All right, I'm not going to start over. We're just going with it. Anyway, welcome back to Eric. Eric, my man, you have been gone for a couple days now. And
yes.
The good RGH has been filling in for you. He's been doing a fantastic job, but he doesn't have the hair for it. So,
yeah.
You know, so
I'm not sure.
We got you back. You've been stuck in Florida. Before we start with Bev, which, by the way, we are talking about Bev's trip down to L.A. via train, which sounds like an awesome thing to do, and I kind of want to do it.
It does sound pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, but Eric, what's been going on? You've been stuck in Florida like that Tom Hanks movie where he lives in the airport for 5 years or whatever it was.
Oh, okay. What was that? The Terminal?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think it was the Terminator where he was like, you know, have you seen this passport?
Yes, that's probably closer.
All right, thanks.
To the Tom Hanks impression.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. So we were supposed to have our entire family vacation out to Disney World. Brandy and I went to Universal we're supposed to go to Universal for a few days before that.
Mm-hmm.
Along the way, I had myself a fabulous seizure my first night there.
Oh.
And basically had to be sedated for a week and a half.
Oh my goodness, Eric.
And then brought out of sedation and then put into physical therapy to regain the use of my body and speech and all that good stuff. So,
wow.
I spent 3 weeks in Florida, laying in bed and teaching myself how to walk again as hard as I could because I needed to get out of Florida.
Wow.
Middle of August.
You spent 3 weeks in Florida not going to Disney World.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. And paying for it.
Right.
Oh,
Jeez.
dude,
Yeah.
that's brutal, man. I am sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so I'd like to apologize to my wife who basically stuck by my side through the entire thing until she had to come back and go to work.
Oh.
My God.
And then my parents who they kind of traded off during the Disney days so they could be with the rest of the family and the kids and everything.
Yeah.
And then my dad stayed with me at the physical therapy hospital, helping motivate me through physical rehab.
Oh,
Like I'm literally using a walker and they're teaching me how to all right, okay, here's how you bend over and take plates out of a dishwasher. I'm like, okay, let's try this.
wow, dude.
Yeah, it was a rough few weeks, but I didn't want to be. They said it could be at least 2 weeks, and I just pushed and got out of there in less than that. I can't be here for another 2 weeks.
So, in sedation, is that like a medically induced coma, or do I have too much TV rot?
It wasn't. It was similar to a medically induced coma. It wasn't fully that. I was apparently kind of aware for several days. They wanted to monitor me because I had an aphasia, which means I thought I was speaking English but was not.
Mm-hmm.
No, what were you just like gibberish?
Gibberish, yeah.
Oh, did they record it, by the way?
No, but my wife has horrific memories of that. So that's great.
I'm fascinated by it. So is it just to put a fine point on it? Is it like just nonsense sounds or just words that don't mean, like spaghetti?
It's word parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a baby learning how to talk, where they think
that's nice.
they think they're telling you something, and they're not saying anything. They think they're saying something of value, and you're like, I don't get it, buddy. There's no pattern to these syllables.
Let me tell you something. That's also an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
They think they're telling you something of value, but you're like, that's great, dude. I appreciate whatever you're saying right now, but I'm literally trying to stare at the wall.
But yeah, probably on more sedation than I needed, but they wanted to make sure that everything kind of came back together.
Yeah.
My wife said it was a bad enough seizure and it went on long enough that they were pretty concerned. But yeah, once I came back online, I still didn't quite get things. I was quite confused, and they had to back off on a lot of different meds. And once all that got out of my system, we found I had no balance, no coordination, nothing like that. So I had to relearn how to do all of that stuff.
Wow. What a trip, dude.
Yeah. I'm mostly back to
that's good.
walking shape.
Okay, that's good.
No walker or anything, or are you still?
No. I tested out of walker and cane while I was there. So, it was hard work, but I was determined to get out of there. Once I saw that I could make progress, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, this place thankfully specializes in stroke patients and patients who have had various forms of brain damage. So I kind of fell in the miscellaneous camp, where they were like, we don't know if he's had brain damage.
Yeah, you're too powerful to be put in one corner, but you're too weak in the other.
Right. So I caught on pretty quickly, and it was nice to see that I hadn't lost that much strength.
Oh, that's good.
It didn't take much for me to get strong again. It was all balance and coordination. So I thought I was just weak, but really it was just my brain couldn't handle me turning my head would make me dizzy and I could fall down. Stuff like that.
Was this a one-off, a one-time thing, or is this something that you have to be concerned about now?
Well, we'll keep working at it and seeing, but it's certainly, they've kind of figured that the travel and basically dehydration contributed a lot to
dehydration.
Yeah, it kind of kicked me over the edge because they said I was way dehydrated. I remember basically just waking up in the morning, having a cup of coffee and leaving the house. And then I slept for most of the plane ride and didn't take, my customary tiny cup of coffee or water or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a 4-hour flight, so they usually come back around with another tiny cup of water.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like sucking down water when we ate like an early dinner before we went over to Universal, because we were staying close by. And then we went on one ride, and Brandy's like, "You're shaky. You gotta get out of here." And I had a seizure in the hotel room, so it was great.
Well, what I'm hearing is your body rejected Universal.
Yeah, that's right. This would never have happened in Roy's Epcot. I tell you what, right now.
But it was after riding the Velocicoaster. How could anything be bad after that?
Well, I'm glad that I'm glad that you made it to your hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have basically your transmission fall out or whatever it is, dude. That could have been, worse somehow, just doing it full on in the park, man.
Yeah. But it was crazy because I didn't wake up until I was in the emergency department.
That is
so apparently
scary.
I was awake. I have no memory of anything once we left the park.
It sounds like that maybe the dehydration, like you said, the doctor said contributed to the seizure, but I wonder if it was like maybe just advanced the seizure that you would have had anyway, and maybe it would have put you in the hospital longer. That's how I think about it, but
possible.
I'm not smart, so I don't know if that matters or whatever.
With seizures, there's a lot of kind of here's the threshold. All of these things add up to you passing that threshold.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all multifactorial, and that was possibly a thing that I'm not normally dehydrated. I drink a lot of water, and
I don't normally do this.
Isn't that so frustrating when your underlying cause is something that you wouldn't? It's just annoying. I got pulled over once, and I just out of habit undid my seatbelt so I could get my registration. To lean over to get my registration. And the cop comes up and he goes, "You're not wearing your seatbelt." I'm like, what? Seatbelt law was 1983. That was when I was born. I've literally never not worn a seatbelt.
You're like,
Ever.
I was just leaning over to get my gun, officer.
But I could
to
just
show you.
see that. If I had a seizure from dehydration, I would be like, what the actual F? Because
Hold on, Taryn. Slow down.
I drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And that day I drank almost zero water, so that sure didn't help things.
No,
Well, see, and I'm just training my body because I'm in a perpetual state of dehydration, so this will never happen to me.
There you go.
Great.
Or maybe when it
You're
does,
just
you
used
won't,
to it.
you won't rebound as fast as Eric.
Like right
did.
now, I'm like, I should probably drink some water.
You used to have
Probably.
that giant thing. It was bigger than your head.
Yeah, and it had like striation marks of
Yeah.
you got this,
Oh,
girl,
yeah.
go for it.
I'm not saying I haven't tried. I just suck and don't do it. So now I'm just
Well, try doing that on a straw
Committed.
dipped in water, and then you might be fine. Anyway, Eric, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad you're on the road to recovery. It sounds like things are going pretty well, and hopefully this won't happen again to you. But I think Ryan's right. I think it's just Universal didn't really agree with you.
Yeah, I guess can't go to Universal anymore.
No.
Oh well.
Oh,
That was
well.
one of the factors.
That's right.
Or you should sue them for it.
Oh, it's
because
their
they
fault.
caused it.
Yes, it's
Yep.
their fault.
it was the Velociraptor coaster.
The Velociraptor.
Velociraptor. Yeah.
It's just
That one.
It's just a roller coaster. Just Busta Rhymes rapping real fast. Is that a high velocity? A high velocity. He's like, I can't take it. My brain. I can't understand what he's saying. It's too
Slow it
fast.
down, sir.
I gotta go. I gotta get out of here, dude. Anyway, well, Bev, welcome back to the show once more. I wanted to have you on because you made the mistake of telling me an interesting story.
Oh my gosh. Why do I do this?
I don't know. But so this was a couple months ago, I think, right?
It was in May.
May, okay. You went down to L.A. to go to the parks with your lovely daughter, Abigail.
Yes.
I'm assuming she's lovely. I haven't actually seen her in several years.
She's still lovely. She started high school this week.
You said
Oh my
still, but-
God.
I know.
Our little tiny flower girl started high school. Oh,
Man. Anyway, and you had a hell of a journey. Tell me about it, please. You went.
I did have a hell of a journey. So, I hate driving down to
do.
Disneyland. It sucks.
Yeah, it really does, though. That's the thing about it.
And my car is also of the sucking variety.
Yeah, it would be cheeks, as the kids would say. I would never call it cheeks, but
I would. Yeah, it's buns, actually.
hell yeah, dude.
And so typically, like when we would take a long car ride, we rent a car, so there's an expense there. And so I kind of was like, well, you know, what's the cost of driving and parking for the week and gas versus taking a flight? Or for the heck of it, let's see what a train is. And it was the train was the cheapest option. It wasn't significantly cheaper. It was, you know, it was close. They were all kind of close, but the train was slightly cheaper. So I booked it. We left. I think we had to be at the train station at 5 a.m. And
ew.
Yeah, it was cool.
What train station?
Yeah.
Martinez.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you're right there-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was, I mean, it sucked, but it was fine.
Yeah.
We got there, we boarded the train, there was no issues. And then from Martinez to LA. So when you're booking a train, at least from our area, there's pretty much, if you don't want to take a bus from Bakersfield, you can take the train to Bakersfield and then a bus the rest of the way. There is one straight shot train. So you commit to it. That's my train.
I would literally rather walk from Bakersfield than take a Greyhound from Bakersfield. There is no way.
It was either take a bus from Bakersfield if I wanted to leave earlier or later, or we leave at 5 a.m. and we take a train the whole way. So I was like, cool. We'll take the train.
5 a.m. is looking great.
14-hour journey.
Okay, so the train took 14 hours to LA.
It is certainly not a shorter method of travel, but I was like, whatever. I'll have a couple glasses of wine. We'll eat some food. We'll play some games. We'll nap. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
So for the most part, that's kind of what happened. And, you know, we just chilled and it was great.
So hang
very
on a second.
relaxing.
Hang on a second. Just for context for people who don't live in the Bay Area, it normally takes from where Bev and Taryn and I live to Disneyland, it takes about 6 hours. Six driving.
And a half hours.
Yeah, 7, depending on how.
It is
if you want to stop at Bravo Farms, you know what I mean.
It is a crap drive.
It is, and I've said it for years. I call it soul sucking because when you're driving down, the sun is like at chest level the whole time, and I can feel my energy leaving my chest from the sun. It's like the opposite of Samson. Like I'm giving the energy to the sun. It's killing me.
100%. Yeah, and it's one of those things where like you spend 6 hours in the car, but you feel like you spent 32 and all you want to do is sleep when you're done. You're just like, I hate everything. It's like a day how your butt feels how your feet feel after a day at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You guys are so funny. Like I made this drive so many times in my life that I realized at some point I was in my early 20s that it's literally all you have to do is listen to 5 records and you'll be home. And it's like not that bad.
5 records?
5 records.
Look at you,
5
dude.
CDs. 5 CDs and you're home. Like it's not that bad.
I feel after that drive like the little gelflings in the Dark Crystal and the little, just like shriveled and in pain. I hate it. So if I could
again, I'm being dramatic. Of
course,
but it's still a crappy drive.
Sure, dude.
So like if I can chill, and I did a lot of research. The chairs are hella nice. They recline. They have like a leg like thing. So you're basically like in a lazy boy the whole time.
Was this coach or did you get like an upgrade?
Oh no, it was coach. The upgrade was crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Was it the Surfliner that you took?
It was the Surfliner, yes.
Okay.
So we spend several hours. Oh, one thing I will say is if you're in coach, unless you are renting a sleeper room or whatever, you don't get a meal time. You're pretty much at the mercy of the snack cabin or whatever they have. So I had a hot dog and a microwave pizza.
Hell yeah.
Like,
It's like being at home.
It was not fine dining for sure.
No.
They said that you could go to the dining car and ask if they could squeeze you in. I did. They never came back and talked to me.
Oh, no.
They were like, nah.
That's like, it just reminds me of like being in elementary school and like, seeing the kids who couldn't afford lunch. Like, can I just get like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Can I just get the box of milk?
Are you going to eat that? Are you going to eat those leftovers? Please, ma'am, disembark from my general vicinity while I am dining in the car. The paws are after us, Veronica. With your hot dog.
So, we ride the train. We had a train transfer. Transfer is the word, sure.
Sure, dude.
In Los Angeles. But we had an hour layover, and this was after like 12 hours of training.
Training. Yeah. Cross training.
And so I was sitting there with Abby, and I was like, dude, how far are we from Disneyland right now? So I looked it up, and I was like, nah, how much is an Uber?
Dang.
And in 40 minutes, we were there. Like, by the time we got there, we would have just been boarding our train, which would have then taken another hour.
Nice.
I will say I was kind of over it. But it was still a great experience. I still really did enjoy it. I've thought about if I would do it again. And I think that if I did it again, I would fly there and then take the train back, because the train ride home was great because I slept the whole way.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that.
The train ride back was nice.
Because the way you were texting me was like the world was ending. It was like you were in the Langoliers and you saw the past just disintegrating behind you. And you're like, I need to be home right now.
The train. Okay, so after my copious amounts of napping, towards like hour 8, I was like, okay, I'm ready to be home. Although the ride back home was more exciting. I watched somebody get ejected from the train.
No, that's sick.
Like on purpose, or like they just like fell and they hit a bump and.
Oh no, he was good friends with Methany.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So that was something.
That's wild, dude. Wow. Okay, so I mean, and this isn't a secret, but you can nap. You're a good you're a napper. You love a nap.
I love a nap.
Yeah. So
yeah. Even
you, Queen of the Naps, got tired of napping. You're like, I can only sleep so much. I can only be so powerful.
If and this is such a ridiculous thing to say, but if those lazy boy recliners reclined just a little farther, I would have slept the whole way. But my back kind of started to hurt. I'm old now, dude.
Yeah, I know.
So how did teenage Abby feel about this whole trip?
She had a great time. She had a bunch of movies that she had downloaded to the iPad, and she just watched movies, and we played some games, and we went into the observation car for a while. She had a great time.
Oh, good.
The observation car. What do you do in the observation car?
You observe.
Okay. Well, look. I was hoping for a little bit more of that.
It's a big glass car, and so it's just the seats don't face the front of the train or the back of the train. They kind of face out, so you can kind of look out the windows and see the passing by nature. But there's also tables in there you can eat in there. That's where we played cards.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's nice. I'm surprised it wasn't Domino's. But
I didn't bring Domino's.
You didn't want to take the car because that ride is boring, but then you go up and look at the at the quote nature, which is just brown flatland.
But that's not where the train goes.
It goes along the coast.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's like if you were to drive Highway 1.
Somehow I forgot that in California we have booty cheeks for public transit. So I assumed naturally that the train would go the fastest way possible.
No.
But
if it went the
no.
fastest way possible, I wouldn't have been on that train for 14 hours.
Yeah, dude. So overall, good, but you would do it again or you would not do it
Overall, good experience. I would do it again. I don't know that I would do it both ways again. And if I did do it both going there and coming back, I may opt for the the sleeper car. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But
I
like
think it's
to
a
have some
sleeper car.
privacy.
It's funny because after your story, I looked up what it would be like to take the train from here to Seattle, visit my Uncle Jeffy and whatever, right? And it was like 20 hours. That's crazy. But but taking a sleeper car, those things are like they're like 5 feet wide by 7 feet long. Like our cabin on the cruise was bigger than these things, and I'm like, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could sit. Prisoners have more room. It seems wild to me, but it was going to be like $270 a person or whatever, 210 or whatever. Like that's not terrible.
No, that's not the worst.
No, but 20 hours in that little car, I can't.
You're not confined to it. You can leave.
I would be though, because I don't want to mix. I want to mixturate with the general pop, the gen pop. You know what I mean? I want to be in solitary.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that is kind of one of the bonuses of train travel, because I've done the Surfliner from like San Diego up to Anaheim, and then also whatever the Cascades between Seattle and Vancouver is. And I did it with Teddy, little, toddler. And the nice thing is versus a plane is, even though it's longer, they can get up and walk. And like there's free Wi-Fi, so you're not having to rely on what's downloaded. It's not great Wi-Fi, but it's free Wi-Fi, so you could stream stuff. And like that's kind of the benefits of the train side, is it's a little bit more flexible than flying, I feel like.
P is in the chat, Bev, and he says, wait, so she Ubered from LA to Disneyland, but if she didn't, was it just like one more train and then a bus? It's a good question. What if you didn't?
It was one more train.
Yeah.
So I would have had to wait at the LA train station for an hour.
Yeah.
Then get on a train for another hour, and then an Uber to my hotel, which is very close. It was probably been like a 10-minute Uber.
Okay. All right. So it's more you're just saving the extra time also, because you had to Uber either way.
I was just over it. Like I just wanted to, and I mean, I think it was also like the excitement of getting there. Like I wanted to be there. I wanted to be in my hotel, in my bed, ready to go, ready to start the next day, like ready to go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
I will say that getting an Uber from LA to Anaheim was the craziest experience I've ever had. I use Lyft typically, and I ordered one and somebody accepted, and then he called me and he was like, can you pay me cash? And I was like,
that's illegal.
I was like, my good sir, that is unsafe. I've already paid you through the app. No. And then he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then he canceled my ride, and I was like, oh, hell no. So then I reported him.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Because
because I was like, that's not like, I'm a woman traveling alone with my daughter. Like that,
so you're not alone.
I want them to track me. Like,
Oh yeah.
Know where I am.
Yeah. I mean, when I was driving for Lyft several years ago for a little bit, and definitely lost money. But
oh, I did too, 100%.
They tell you that. They're like, do not ask people. If it's actually the opposite, to like protect the driver too. If a passenger says, "Hey, can I cancel this ride, but you take me and I'll give you cash," you cannot do it for safety reasons. Like legally, you can't do it. So it's very funny to hear the driver kind of flip it around. But I mean, in this economy, what else are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
I mean, he shot his shot. And
did.
It must have been. I can't be the first person he's tried that on. So,
oh no,
it must have been successful in the past.
Of course,
I wonder if it was because of the length of the trip. If he's like, they're going to take so much out of my costs.
That too. Yeah.
Like
I mean, true, because it was an expensive Uber, or Lyft or whatever.
So I have an email because when you came on, or when I mentioned it, or whatever, after you were done with your trip. I had a listener reach out about her experience on the train, and I wanted to read a little bit of that to see how you vibe with it. She's like, we lived in Belmont, which is about 30 or so minutes from San Jose. They planned a big family trip to Disneyland for about 12 of us. For most of us living in the Bay Area, my mom wanted to do something super fun and got us a limo to go from our house to the train station.
Wow.
Yeah. And she's like...
Interesting choice.
Yeah.
I love it.
She goes, when the limo got there, it was still dirty from the last customer. It was kind of gross. So, I guess they arrived at the train station just not necessarily super stoked already, which is a bummer because you have that excitement of taking the limo and then it's suddenly like, oh, I'm in a portable toilet or something like that. This is weird, dude.
Not good.
We made it to the train station with time to spare. The train would leave in the morning and get to LA in the evening, and then we'd take the commuter train to Anaheim, which it sounds like is what you were going to have to do, Bev?
Exactly the same thing.
Yeah. I love Disney. Was in my early 20s at this point. I'm sure the whole reason for the trip was because I planned it. I normally do 4 or 5 day trips, so I'm sure this trip was no different. So lots of luggage. So the train has announced that it'll be late. Maybe an hour, no worries, we'll play and have fun. Then another announcement that'll be even later. I think the train was scheduled for an 8 or 9 a.m. departure with arrival to LA at 7 or 8. Now we were looking at a 10 or 11 departure, getting it at 9 or 10. Imagine being in the train station in San Jose, California for several hours.
Honestly, just imagine being in San Jose for several hours.
Imagine buying a house recently in San Jose and then DJing on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday nights at 7 p.m.
Leave P alone.
So anyway, she's like, we live 30 minutes away, but we're stuck at the train station for hours with all our stuff. Like, that is an important thing to remember. You could have gone home if you knew it was gonna be late, you know what I mean? But you're just that would be gross, dude. That would be so gross. And the train station isn't like SFO.
I think they text you through the app.
Oh, well, maybe.
It's running late, but I mean,
so
that's wrong.
She said the train didn't come until after 3 p.m.
Oh gosh.
Oh dear.
That's a wait.
And they had 12 people in their party. So
Yikes.
They're getting on the train and then they sit around even more, dude. And so it ended up being an overnight trip. They get to Anaheim. The hotel bus picks them up. And that's basically, never took the train to Disneyland again. But I still enjoy trains. Blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
So it sounds like the train is just, I don't know many people have taken the train. Ryan just said he did. But basically it's 2 horror stories against 1. So I don't know what to tell you.
I think it's also a length thing.
I was concerned about the train being late, honestly, because I had heard terrible stories about it. We got lucky, but I would have been livid. I don't even know if I don't think I would have waited around until 3 p.m.
It sounds like, I don't know what you could have done. What would you do?
I would have gone and rented a car and driven and then just raised hell.
I mean, you would have been there by that point.
It does feel like the trains are less regulated than airplanes as far as timeliness, and I'm not saying airplanes are never late, but not like that. That's wild. That's a wild, example of our crumbling infrastructure. And, P's in the chat, and he likes to brag about how he goes to Japan all the time. And he's like, the conductor would probably be put in jail at that point. But it is true. Europe has such an amazing train kind of infrastructure. And we have Amtrak that might get there on time. It's bizarre. And then in California, when you try to do something, it costs $50 billion and it's not even done yet. And it's been going for 10 years. So I don't understand why we can't figure it out. But that sounds like a fun story, Bev. I'm glad that you survived and you made it. But you would do it again. And I got the impression at the time that you wouldn't because it was not fun and miserable. Were you just talking or?
No, I think at the time I felt that way. But then, when you're not in the moment and you think about everything as a whole.
Yeah. See, this is why people have multiple kids. Because they forget how miserable it is for the first part. And they're like, you know what? Now that she's 5.
Let's do that again.
Yeah, don't you miss that? And then, 11 months later, you're like, what the hell am I doing here? It's not too late to just try to move to Puerto Rico on my own. I can sell the stereo and get a flight, and no one will ever find me. Do me a favor, everybody. Let's take a quick break. No, I'm not going to do my draft.
Good.
I'm going to get more coffee. The draft's over. I'm going to get more coffee, but I want to come back because, Bev, you were talking a little bit about planning another trip to Disneyland, but then you made a pull an audible on that. So I want to talk briefly about that, and then we'll let you go. I know you and Ryan both have a heart out, so I can't imagine having anything to do
on
today.
A Sunday.
Yeah. Basically, all I do when I'm done here is I just swivel my chair around and stare into the corner until the next show, and then welcome. Anyway, hang on, everybody. It's Ears Up. We'll be right back.
Robot.
A little bit. Okay, here we go.
Back to Ears Up, where the opinions never stop. Ever.
All right, thanks for hanging around, everybody. All right, Bev, so last we left you were planning a new trip to Disneyland because you can't get enough of the place. It's just the best place to be ever. What happened?
I'm just a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, well.
We've been, I think, since I was a regular on the show, we've been saying for years that Disney was going to price us out. And I think I said to you that I think that that's finally happened, but not in the way I thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Whereas now we can actually afford to go to Disneyland, but I don't see the value in what they're charging, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. Yeah, absolutely.
So I was missing it, as one does when you're an addict.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, for funsies, I was like, okay, well, let's just pick a random long weekend and price it out and see what it would cost. And I made a spreadsheet.
Of course.
There you go.
Naturally.
And it was actually on these particular dates, it was cheaper to fly.
Okay.
Sorry, my brain just turned on. I was like,
now that training is part of the equation.
Cheaper to fly. Story's over.
Okay.
Yeah. No, cheaper to fly. Stay at a hotel, obviously. Not an on property hotel, but just a decent hotel, right?
Yeah.
And 2 3-day park hoppers. So I put in everything. The 2 3-day park hoppers for just me and Abby. Because Sam's like, that's stupid. I don't want to go. That's too expensive. Just me and Abby was over $1,000. Just our park tickets. And I was just like,
jeez.
What the heck?
3-day park hoppers. Over $1,000.
Over $1,000. So, and when we went in May, I had bought that California resident special where it was 2 3-day park hoppers for $250 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I think that now that I've had that deal, I will never go there if I cannot get that deal.
What time of year? Because they do have that sliding scale, and I'm sure Eric and Ryan can help me out with that. But when
I was looking, I think I was looking in March.
Oh, okay. So that should be relatively low.
I looked kind of all around. I started in March, but I was like, because I mean, you can look at the calendar and see oh, it's 160 on this day. It's 120 on this day. Let's shift and adjust. And it didn't really make much of a difference. Wow. It was still over $1,000.
Wow.
It was.
Yeah, that flexible pricing works. Those days will be dead. The expensive days, those will be dead in the park now because nobody goes on those days anymore.
So
March is a little bit pricey because it's spring break season.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's sort of what I figured. So I looked around. But yesterday was Saturday, and Abby has the Disneyland app on her phone, and she was like, Mom, nobody's there. And the longest, the Cars ride was 55 minutes. That was the longest wait in the whole park.
Oh, okay. Man, it's funny, there's some rides that are at the Disneyland Resort that are they're just indicated. It's almost like recession indicators for goods and services in the normal world. Cars ride is definitely that's the big one, Rise of Resistance or whatever. Yeah, that's, I think everything's kind of fallen off on that. But if Cars is under an hour, everyone, you got foaming at the mouth syndrome, dude.
It's a ghost town.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, what else could we do? So out the door, I think I landed on, it was going to be $1,900 for a 3-day trip for 2 people to an amusement park. Which is offensive.
That's wild, dude. That's wild.
So I was just like, what could I do? What's a better use of my money?
Literally anything.
You sound like Sam.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Literally. Come on, Bev. We can do anything.
So, and again, I think I looked in March, but I wasn't like married to any particular date. But for our entire family, all three of us, to fly to Florida, take a 4-day cruise to the Bahamas, and then spend 1 day in Epcot was $2,400.
Well,
yeah.
There you go.
Man,
I was actually like low-key pissed. I was like, are you kidding me?
it is offensive, to be honest. It is slightly offensive. The hard part is, you use, and I wanted to talk about this with you briefly because it is, I don't know, it's good and bad, right? It's good to know that there are other options out there that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It was
cheaper.
also in a balcony room. We were not in an interior room. It was a balcony.
You were in steerage. You actually had a normal human water.
We could see water. We could see out a window. Yeah.
It's important to know that there are other things out there that can give you the same kind of, I don't know, memories or the same kind of like, I miss that thing as going to the parks can. Because that's a lot of the reason why everybody comes back to the parks. It's good entertainment. But you have memories of your kids walking or whatever, right?
That's exactly what it is, though, because every time I go there, I'm like, why do I like this place? I don't like people. I don't like being hot. I don't like it when my feet hurt.
No. See, I love when my feet hurt, so there's that.
Man.
And throwing in the day at Epcot, I think, gives me the Disney fix that I was looking for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus alcohol.
Well, right. Well, I think putting in an Epcot day or a Disney World day, I think can maybe even prime the pump to be like, oh, I miss it. Because what I want to do is when I go back to the parks, I want to leave and then miss it. I don't want to leave satisfied. Because if 100%. I leave satisfied, it's just going to take that much longer for me to want to go back. Because I want to go, I want to get my money's worth. And I feel like Disney parks do a great job at making you miss them, but also hitting that serotonin of like, I finally have reached the thing that I've been wanting.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't paid for more than 1 day at Disneyland in probably a decade.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah. I just do 1 day trips. Like
You're
1 day
coming and going.
Yeah. Just kind of pop in, go see what's up, refill that juice a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe go screw around in LA, do LA things, and then go home.
Interesting.
That's been my strategy for a long time. Now, if I have free passes through other means, sometimes I, will do a little extra time. But
of course, yeah. It is a strategy, and I think before when we were all kind of going way more often, it was I need to get my money's worth. And since the passports have kind of gone away and the magic keys are just even if we wanted to buy one, they're just out all the time.
Yeah.
My thought has changed on that, and it sounds like yours has too, Bev, where it's just little trips, short trips, farther apart is probably better than, trying to drop $1,900 for two people to go to park for 3 days.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like I'm not saying I'll never go back to Disneyland. I will.
Yeah, of course.
I will do my darndest to wait for some sort, whether it's that Costco deal. Yeah. But I'm going to wait for some kind of special. Like, I don't foresee myself ever paying full price again if it can be avoided. Like, if it's a family trip and somebody's going for a birthday and I have to go, then that's one thing. But like my own personal choice would be to never do that again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and when we're going now, I think we're at the point where, and this is only because of Taryn, is staying on the saving up and taking that time to stay on the resort and
exactly
get the most out of it that way.
On property, I only want to stay on property. I don't want to stay in the peasant hotels.
No. The DVC Villa is like just the way to go, man. But it's funny because the both times we've done it, the monorail station has been closed in downtown Disney. So it's like, this is one of the reasons why we're here. Now we have to walk all the way down with the common folk? Come on now.
Yeah.
So I stayed at the Pixar the last time and I got the upgraded view, like the park view.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't pay for that.
Dude, what are you going to do? Stare out the window?
Honestly, I mean, I have had it before, and I didn't even pay for it that time. They just gave it to me. But it was on a high floor, and it was super cool. Like, you could see directly into DCA. This time, I was, like, almost parallel with it. So it was just, like, looking at, like, the side of the wall. Like, and it was like $100 more a night. I was like, okay.
I would have literally opened that door and then just heel turned back down to the front desk. Like, no. No, I'm not paying for this view, dude. Sorry.
I should have done that, but I'm not. Look, as a white woman in her 40s, it's every day I try to not be called a Karen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got the haircut, down, so that's good.
What?
If you had the Karen haircut, that would be different.
Oh.
But you don't have the full suit yet. So
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. I don't have the chunky highlights.
So are you doing the cruise thing then? Are you guys going to do that?
Yeah, that is going to be our 2027 family vacation.
Jeez, dude. Well, be sure to hook up with Jeremy when you're out there.
I will try.
He'll go.
He's hard to pin down.
He really is. He's flying all over the place, buying towels and hangers. Or whatever. All right, Bev. Well, that was it, man. I just wanted to get your experience. Actually, no, that's not it. One more thing.
Okay.
It had been a while, I think, since you went, and it's been a while, and it's been a while since you've been on the show, and people have been asking for what your and Terrence's thoughts are, but Terrence isn't here clearly. On the
I
parks.
can speak for Terrence.
Okay. You're his proxy.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking about the parks? Like, give me just a quick overview. Like, what are your thoughts? How you feel when you go? Like, is it still awesome? I mean, I think we already know the answer, but people are asking, so I'm curious. Curious how you feel about Disneyland now, in your late 40s.
First of all, rude. I don't know that I have I obviously still enjoy it. There have been a couple of situations where things have been a little weird. Like, I will say it's a little less magical.
Mm.
Not complete, like, there's still magic there, but there's, like, I was there and there was construction workers working on something in Fantasyland, like when the park was open, and I was like, well, that's weird. I don't really remember ever seeing that. I have gone into the restroom a couple of times and they've just been destroyed, just disgusting. And
Nice, dude. I love that.
But that's only ever been it's consistently in Avengers Campus.
Interesting.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, like, there's a couple of things like that, but I mean, you also have to look at, like, the practices of the company and the I forget what it's called, but I don't want to call it a movement, but the act your wage movement, where don't have crazy expectations of me if you're not going to pay me my value.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even know about this.
Oh, it's literally called acting your wage.
That's awesome, dude. I wish I knew that. Actually, never mind.
So I think that from a high level, there's a lot of things that need to trickle down.
Yeah.
But at this point, I don't really see it going back to what it was.
I think you're right. I think it would be impossible for any sort of social movement or any sort of, like, quote unquote boycott or lessening of families going is going to move the needle one way or the other. I feel like with Disney parks specifically, you're kind of just stuck at whatever they offer you, and no amount of either complaining or outrage or limiting your time there is going to change that. So you kind of have to make your peace with one thing or the other, either never going or going whenever you can, and just kind of shrugging your shoulders, unfortunately.
Well, because ultimately that is going to be the only thing that would change it, would be if people didn't go.
Yeah.
But people are going to go.
People are going to go, and clearly over the summer, we've already seen that with, like, those low price deals. The SoCal tickets that bumped attendance up. Like that worked for the company. So all they have to do is just do that again, and people are back in it. So it's kind of one of those things. It's a nostalgia bait, I suppose,
Yeah, I mean they've figured out that they can sort of do anything and people are still going to go, and that's not a good thing for the consumer. But it's great for them.
It doesn't make me feel good about myself at all.
No.
You three have been having this conversation since before I was on this show.
For years.
Yeah.
I know. Years.
And we're all still going. And see, that's exactly the point. It's like, God, they've got us.
But I will say we've all been going less.
Yes, that is true.
For different reasons, but we've all been going a lot less and trying not to spend as much money there. And, I think that's ultimately for the Disney fan, the casual Disney fan, I think that's a good thing. Because this kind of goes alongside my rant about influencers and stuff like that, where it's like these people who go every day and ride the same ride a bunch of times or whatever. You're taking a space from people who you're overinflating the numbers in the parks for literally no reason. People go, I go to Disneyland to study. I'm going to go sit in Jolly Holiday at patio and study. No, because that's one person that can't come in now when the parks are full, because you're sitting there studying and not doing anything. All that kind of stuff bugs me. So I feel like limiting the amount of people that are going all the time lets other people go. But the downside is the only reason we're not going all the time is because it's expensive. So it comes with raising prices, and that's where Disney, I guess, is struggling. So once you figure all that out, it kind of makes sense. But just because it makes sense doesn't mean it feels good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway.
I was going to say, aren't the pass holders who go there to work kind of like working in your favor, right? Because they're not a paying day guest. So they're kind of like contributing to because they don't pay to go in. They pay for their Jolly Holiday or whatever, right? But the company loses money on them theoretically. So shouldn't you be cheering them on, Jason, as part of your boycott?
The money? No, because I'm subsidizing them. Yeah, I mean, I just look at it like there's an extra body coming through the turnstile.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah, I know you do. All right, Bev, we'll let you go. I know you got to go get ready to do whatever it is you do anymore. Take care of a fat chihuahua.
I do have to take care of the fat chihuahua.
Yeah.
I do need to do my hair and get ready for church, so I'm going to
There you go.
say adieu.
All right, brother. Good to see you. Thanks again.
Good to
Tell
see you guys.
Sam and Bev tell Sam and Abby we said hi.
Tell Sam and Bev. I will.
Yeah, tell Sam and Bev.
Okay.
All
Bye.
right, dude. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See, now I got to rearrange everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, real fast before you leave. Oh,
Yes.
I don't actually have to rearrange everything. Hell yeah. I want to talk real fast. This show probably should have been D23 stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Since D23 was this weekend. Real quick, just kind of a brief overview. Anything cool and exciting that comes up? We should probably talk about it on the next news show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get
into
more.
that.
We'll get more into it. But anything cool you want to just mention? What's going on Marvel? I know there's a bunch of Marvel crap that happened.
Yeah, so Marvel got a lot of just like, hey, we're still working on it kind of stuff. I think 2028 is when Disneyland's Marvel stuff will open. They announced, and I have to imagine that's going to be early 2028 because they have the big e-ticket is going to have a bunch of like practical sets and stuff, and they were showing those are mostly built, and the building is built. And they were filming the like ride video because they're having like all the main Avengers or the actual actors are going to be in it and stuff. And all that like is good enough for them to show off right now. But they're not opening for another year, which is really strange. So that was a little strange. But other than that, the international parks are getting a bunch of Marvel stuff. On the Marvel front, yeah, it was a lot of, and I will say this was the overall tenor of the parks panel last night at D23 was like, we're still working on it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
We told you 5 years, and it's only been 2.
Yeah, exactly.
So calm down.
Give us a break.
Yeah, I heard it was like, there's an extra, mock-up drawing. of Avatar Land. Or like, oh, people were all excited. This is where the monorail is going to go. And someone on the subreddit is like, I knew it. I called it. And like, bro, it's the friggin' monorail. It's not. Calm down. Just relax your mind a little bit.
I will say that is one interesting thing that we can maybe speculate about at some point. But so they announced, the big announcement for Disneyland ended up being, they finally said it, that they're going to do Tomorrowland.
Yeah, and I think they're starting construction. Like, it's like just happening, right?
Well, that was the weird thing, right? So the way that Maslam, because I watched the stream and everything, the way Maslam teed it up, he goes, as we look on to like the 75th and then turn our eyes towards the centennial of the park, we're going to start focusing on Tomorrowland. I'm paraphrasing a little bit there, but it's like,
sure.
Did you just announce a 25-year project?
Yeah, wow. It's quite a long time.
Yeah.
But I do think logistically and legitimately, so the monorail thing with Avatar basically says that Avatar is going to be where the bus drop off is right now, if everything holds steady.
Yeah.
And so my thought is it's basically going to be one massive construction project from Tomorrowland all the way through what's right now the Eastern Gateway, all the way down to Hollywood Land in DCA. And that's just going to be one big project where they're going to put the footbridge in, they're going to do Avatar, they're going to redo Tomorrowland, and just that whole eastern side is just going to be under construction for the next couple of years.
So do you think that would mean that they would have like now a new entrance? Because like that's going to connect both parks.
Oh, I didn't think about that like you could go from park to park like right there. Maybe.
I don't know. It sounded like that's what you were saying. Like,
no, I think the parks will butt up to each other. Like my theory is that like
but
Avatar's like mountain will be some wall of Tomorrowland, right?
Oh, okay, I see.
But I don't know if they'll have you go under the railroad, like through the berm or something. It'd be cool if you could go park to park right there. But
if they had just not park hopper, but it's just a ticket to the Disneyland Resort, and you just go around like you're in. That'd be pretty cool.
That's what Paris does. Like you can pay for park hopper if you're buying day tickets, but if you're buying a hotel, it's all inclusive. You just get as many tickets as you have days. +1 basically. So you get your check-in day plus your check-out day. Yeah. It's all one price and it's all park hoppers. It's basically like, you can come into the parks.
I love that.
You're staying in an expensive hotel that literally is right over the park. Why not come downstairs?
Well, and it's any of them too. It's like their cheap hotel that's like, I mean, when I say their cheap hotel, right, it's through their downtown Disney, but
yeah. Cheap in air quotes.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was the big one. And then they're bringing back the 50th fireworks. Remember Dreams Come True? Which I'm pretty stoked
People seem to like those.
All right.
Just back to the Tomorrowland thing really quick. It's interesting that their tagline for it seems to be yesterday's tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like they listened to us.
Yesterday's tomorrow today or something like that.
Because we've always said that like you can't do Tomorrowland anymore because for one, I think it would be disturbing.
Yeah, dude.
And scary. But you can do like a retro. Like Tomorrowland has to be like retro. It just has to. So it's never going to be. It can't be actual Tomorrowland, but it can be 1955 Tomorrowland. And I think that would be enjoyable. And it almost feels like that's the direction they're going in with that tagline, and I approve.
Yeah. I do like the 1950s version of what today would be, because that's super exciting to me. You know, like the House of the Future and all that kind of stuff, the Bathroom of Tomorrow or whatever. That would be very fun, and have it in sort of a kitschy way, but grounded in some kind of reality or whatever. You could do a whole man in space thing, display from the TV show and have them like you could just do all this stuff, and like talk to people like it's still 1955 and we're getting ready. In the year 2000, we will be living in space with our autonomous robots, giving you lobotomies whenever you need, that kind of stuff. that could be a lot of fun because it doesn't need to be serious. You know, I know Walt wanted it to be kind of serious, but
he also set the future in 1980.
Well, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they said that they're bringing more open spaces and more attractions, which I'm like, where?
Yeah.
It sounds like the People Mover track's going to go away then. That's what that means to me. Open spaces. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you talking about? There's no open. What are you going to? You have to remove something. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I do fear for the dioramas, because they're right there. They sit in the like back
on the railroad
space, right there on the railroad. Yeah.
Oh.
No, those would never.
Those can't go away.
No, they just refreshed them.
I don't know that they can't. Like that's my thought is like, yeah, they just refreshed them. They're refreshing them right now, but like, I love them, but I kind of wonder if they're kind of one of those things that the company goes, yeah, the fans like them, but whatever, you know, maybe we ship them to Missouri and stick them in Marceline or something.
I hope
and
not.
look, they're already museum pieces, right?
Yeah, I don't think that would. I mean, I see what you're saying. That would be a concern of mine, but I think that's such an iconic thing that that's part of the railroad. It's one of the reasons I like riding the train, to be honest with you. It's just seeing that. Like, it's not a complete ride around unless I see that. No matter where you get on or where you get off. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Seeing the primeval world is sick. But yeah, I don't know what else you could do. And they're redoing Autopia cars, so you know they're not going to do anything to the track. I mean, you know, but you're not going to move the monorail, so the People Mover train's got to go. Maybe the Tomorrowland stage or whatever is going to go. I don't know. It's super interesting, I guess. I mean, I guess we'll find out if we live long enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here, everybody.
Well, it's good to have everybody. And Bev.
Yeah, everybody and Bev. Count as everybody. She never answered for Terrence, by the way. She said she speaks for Terrence, but she never answered for him.
They probably both
Yeah.
share the same opinion
They
and
do.
the same brain and all that good stuff.
Yeah, they kind of do sometimes. Eric, I'm glad you're back, brother. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad you're home, but it feels great to be home. And hopefully Brandy forgives you and forgives your brain for fighting back in this mortal sleeve that we all wear.
She would have liked it better if it didn't have to, but
Yeah.
Well, you know. Everybody, yourself included, I'm sure. Ryan, thank you very much for coming on once more and helping us out with Eric. And it was good to have you. And I feel like I'm giving your eulogy right now. Like, Ryan is
we'll never see him again.
Ryan is trained his replacement, and it's AI typically. So there's that. No, I think next time we'll talk about the D23 recap and kind of maybe dive a little more in depth on that and that kind of stuff. So hang on for that, everybody. I do want to talk real here. Let me shut up. I do want to talk real fast about the. I think it was the last show. Maybe it was the secret show. I don't really know. But I was talking about next year having a kind of a meetup or an event at the Walt Disney Family Museum. At this point, I don't know how many shows I've talked to you about, so apologize if I haven't mentioned it or if I have. I still don't know what to do with that. So give me ideas. If you guys are out there, send me an email, Jason at EarzUp-podcast.com or the contact us page on the website if you don't want to figure out how to spell things, which I understand. Or on Discord or whatever, dude. However you want to reach out. But give me somebody, what would you want to see at an event like that? It'll be like 3 or 4 hour event, maybe, if we don't have to use the whole space for that. But it'll be in the theater at the Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco. Let me know if you would come out for that. Like I need to know before we start booking things. Tickets would probably have to be, north of $100. But it's just, I don't know, man. Things are expensive to rent. And I think it's why the Family Museum, Caroline's like, you guys ready to talk about this? Let's go. Let's talk about it. I'm like, I can't, I don't know what to do. I mean, I have ideas, but if there's anything specific you guys want, or, hey, that's too much, that I would go if it was 75, or I would, but, I think like 150 is probably the highest that it would be. It just depends on how many people, go. And it's a whole thing. So I don't know. Reach out. Let me know if that's interesting to you guys at all. I would have everybody from all the shows would be coming out. Unfortunately, it's all on their own dime, Ryan and Eric, so don't get too excited.
Wait, what's wrong with the jet?
It's in the shop.
It's in the pawn shop?
Yeah, it got actually shrunk to the toy jet now, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, the pictures I was showing you was a macro camera. It was really just a toy that I put together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the tickets would literally be just to pay for the space, and that's it. Because otherwise it would be just wildly... Anyway, whatever. Hit me up. Let me know what you guys want to see at an event like that, if that would be interesting to you. Okay. Thank you guys once again for all the other shows that we have on the networks, which are all doing great things. Go to EarzUp-podcast.com. Go to patreon.com/EarzUp. Help support us for as little as $5 a month. That'd be great. And that's it. Until next time. We'll see you in the parks.
Recording stop.